Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Happy Sunday, if it's Sunday where you're at. What are we up to today? Happy Sunday. It's very deceiving outside right now here where I live. It is sunny, which is great. I love the sun. I don't like getting burnt by the sun or being hot, but in general, I love the sun, right? Okay. So it's very sunny out. It's kind of windy though. It's very cold. So it's like very deceiving. It's so deceiving that it's tricking our cat into thinking that it's warm outside because, like, obviously she's behind the door and the sun is like shining in, and she's like, yeah, I'm, you know, ready to go outside. I want to go outside. She does like going outside. She's a lot outside. Um, but I'm like, girlfriend, it's not warm. I don't know what to tell you, but it's not warm. And so, we obviously have to let out Charlie, the dog. So we let Charlie out. And sorry, I need to turn a setting off on my camera. So anyway, so we let Charlie out, and she stands there and she feels the cold air come in. Her whole body shakes all the way through the tip of her tail. She gets like a shiver. Turns around. Never mind. I don't want to go out there. Anyways, hello, hi, happy Sunday. How are you all? What are you working on today? Let me know. I am going to be doing, I think, productivity for most of the day. Sundays have had to become sort of like my admin type day because I just have so much stuff going on. And it's like the one time I can actually like focus to it because I also don't have to work. So today I think we're gonna do some admin work on my end. Which is why we have this view. This is our productivity view, so to say. Gonna do 45-minute sessions of focus, 15-minute breaks. We're here for 3 hours today. So we're gonna run this, and yeah, nice, Deb. I have not read that. Correction. I did read it, but I listened to it and I don't remember anything, so I was clearly not paying attention. So I need to, I think, read it with my eyeballs. But anyways, so we're gonna do 45-minute sessions, 15-minute breaks. We're gonna do that 3 times for 3 hours. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. How do we feel about music today? Do you guys want to hear the lo-fi beats in the background, or are you feeling more like silent? I'll listen to what I want to and then just interject us when it's time to come back. I'm open to whatever you want to do. So just, if you have a preference, even after we go and start the sprint, even if it's after, just let me know. Okay. We're working on, as I said, a lot of kind of like maintenance stuff. So I need to get our live sprints scheduled on YouTube's backend, set up, a posting service that I want to use. I'm getting married in a month and 10 days. What? A month and 10 days. I'm going to get married. My bridal shower is next Sunday. So I have the games made. I need to make the answer keys though. Want to clean off my desk so that I have a fresh week. Do some digital planning. If I do that, I might pop it up as long as things are running okay. I might pop it up on my screen. You guys can I won't have it take it over, but you can kind of see how I work in my digital planner. Um, do some stuff for the readathon, some of the side story activities if you're taking part of the Once Upon a Year readathon that I run, and then creating some additional book cover stickers for my book journal. I need to update a few things. Currently reading, if I do decide to read for one of the sprints, A Very Secret Society, or sorry, not A, The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. Okay, I can leave the music on. I can turn it up a little bit once I stop talking, once we get the sprint started as well. So you guys can let me know when I turn it up, if it's too loud, too quiet, things like that. Doing a blend of audio and physical. This is a cozy fantasy. Sometimes I have issues, kind of like thriller mysteries, with focusing on them. But I do want to read this. It's been on my TBR for a few years now. So if we do read, this is what we're reading. But yeah, otherwise, let's get focused. Even if you take 5 minutes to figure out what that plan is today, that's the whole point of these, is to provide you guys with a safe space to kind of encourage you, but it's not a requirement to sprint or to be productive, to read. But whatever that looks like for you, feel free to share it, feel free to not share it. I'm just happy that you're here. Okay. As long as I don't choke on my own spit and have a coughing panic attack right before we get started. Okay, so here we go. 45 minutes. I will see you guys in about 15. I will keep the music on for right now. If it's too loud, too quiet, please let me know. Okay, everyone, how did we do? Yes, we are somehow already on our 15-minute break, our first one, which I'm like, okay, I feel like I was not I feel like I have this. Sorry if you can hear Charlotte crying. Why are you crying? Why are you crying? Mommy's right here paying attention to you. Charlotte is my basset hound. I would show her to you guys, but I don't think my camera cord would reach far enough. And she's obviously a basset hound, so she's very low to the ground. Anyways, so yeah, so I feel like, I always say this, like I am terrible at figuring out how long it takes me to do something. So then I'm like, yeah, I can get all this stuff done and it doesn't happen. But that's fine. That's why we're here, just to make sure that we're continuously working on the stuff. So, what I will say is right before the timer went off, I had just finished my March live stream posts that I'm posting. I guess I'll post them on YouTube and Instagram. I just did one if you want to go check it out, if you want to take a minute away and check it out, which will be for January. Yeah, I know it's already January. I know I'm late. I didn't even think to post on here my live stream schedule, and then I saw someone else do it and I was like, "Oh, I should probably do that." It's fine. Um, so yeah, um I got the graphics done for that, which the nice thing is that I'll be able to just use them, on Instagram too. So the posts will be in both places. Um, how they might even be in the Discords as well at this point. Who knows? We'll just post it on all three places depending on where people find me. Um, but yeah, there's some really exciting stuff coming up the next couple months. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. So first off, in January, we have our next video for Once Upon a Year, which is a readathon that I'm running. I always kind of repeat myself in case someone is just joining us for the first time and like isn't a reader, doesn't know about the readathons, doesn't know. So anyways, so um so yeah, so that is dropping tomorrow at 10 a.m. and it's going to share the February side stories and the Storytellers Feast, which is our chapter 1 festival. So Novel Nomad, you call it your lizard blame. Lizard blame. Maybe we should blame it on lizards. Brain. Time optimism. Yeah, right? That's a very real thing. Missy Michelle already went out shopping. Wow, kudos to you. It's snowing here. Not bad. Like very, very light flurries, but it's cold. And I'm like, no. You accidentally bought the refills. Oh, that's the worst. I hate that when you realize that you bought the wrong thing and then you're like, I have to go back out. But that just took me already like an hour and a half and I don't want to do it. Then you just wait. That's me. I'm definitely guilty of that. During the next sprint though, you're gonna work on the last half of The Roommate by Kendall Ryan. Nice. I have not read that. Nice. That sounds really exciting though. But yeah, so January is, we obviously have like the next couple posts or video is coming out obviously tomorrow at 10 a.m. The premiere is scheduled already, so feel free to go over. You can click the notify me button, which will send you a notification that says like, hey, this video is now available, 10 a.m. EST. Okay, so that's being posted tomorrow. Do you guys want some insider scoop though on what else is coming? These are the perks of joining my live sprints, as I get so excited about stuff that I will give you like little snippets. You guys want to hear some? Let me know. Let me know. And I will share some. We definitely have time. And none of them are like huge spoilers or anything. I don't really do that. But so technically they should be, but my rule is always like, but if you don't, like, it's okay. You can just submit whenever. I won't like turn off the submission forms or anything like that. So that's my rule. Like technically the goal is that those would be completed in February, but if you don't, it's okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, we ready? I'm so used to like, I think I just broke my sound. Or did oh no, the song changed. I thought I broke my sound because it went silent. Whoops. Anyways, um, so I'm used to like I was a streamer on Twitch for a video game, and it's just like so different vibes, but it's fine. I did that back in like before COVID. So, okay, so February, our schedule's gonna come out January 28th at 10 a.m. EST. That's typically about the time that I publish things. There are 2 things in February that are very exciting, and I know a lot of you know about one, but there's another one that I'm surprising you with. So, in February, for the Once Upon a Year Readathon, we have our Storytellers Feast, which is our first festival of the year that is happening in um that's happening that month. And so it's the first festival of the year in the realm for chapter 1, etc. So we're going to do some extended and 1-day additional reading sprints. So we're going to do Saturday and Sunday to celebrate the Storytellers Feast. More details are going to be announced soon with timing, but it's going to be Saturday, and then I'm going to tack on some addition, some probably like an additional hour onto my Sunday. So that way we can like really focus and hone in, but at the same time, I might see if I can find like a fun activity or something like that that we can do as well. So there's that. That's the first one, okay? The second one, and part of why I'm doing this, is because February 19th and 22nd, you will not see my beautiful face. I'm getting married on the 21st. Super exciting, super stressed out, but I'm taking those days off to really focus on like the last minute stuff on the 19th. And then I'll probably be like loading my car and like all of that jazz. Because we have to literally bring everything with us. So I'll be doing that on the 19th. And then obviously on the 22nd, I will probably be way too exhausted to function. So I won't be here. Feel free to read on your own though. I do know that the scribes and Once Upon a Year Readathon are hosting scribe sprints that weekend. So you might wanna I did ask them to do that. So you might want to turn on your notifications for that channel if you're doing Once Upon a Year Readathon. Um, so then in March, here's the exciting thing that we're doing in March. Okay. So we'll resume our normal schedule unless something changes for some reason, but it shouldn't. We'll resume our normal schedule, but we're going to have another special sprint weekend, not because I'm taking any days off. This is something that I want to do with you guys because I love reading and I love all of you. It's my birthday in March at the very end, which aligns perfectly with the end of chapter 1, the end of the season. That's for Once Upon a Year Readathon, the end of the season and the switch to the next season for A Year in Pelican Town, which is the Stardew Valley Readathon. So we're going to do a special like birthday weekend celebrating the whole, kind of like the changeover to our next set of prompts and all of this. That's going to happen March 28th and 29th. So again, we're going to do the extended stream times, an extra day in there, and it's going to be kind of like that last oomph to get us finished with our books. Okay? That's the tea. Those are the exciting things that we're doing. Anyways, lots of fun. Hopefully I don't get sick or something because if so, it's going to mess everything up. So we better knock on wood and be sending good mojo, juju vibes. But yeah, really exciting stuff. So yeah, I'm working on all that, figuring all that out. What I did though, as I said, I did finish. I'm like, can we mark anything off here? And so I need to wait till I finish my stream on Monday because I'm like changing my title a little bit before I can schedule my live sprint. So I probably won't do that one today, but I did create my schedule. I did fix recur post. I should probably do like create Instagram schedule posts. What else could I knock out? Oh, I'll probably do the answer key for the bridal shower games next. I think that's what I'm going to work on next. But yeah, I guess like my biggest question for you guys right now, if you are here for reading sprints, is how are we doing on books so far? I so like last year, I know, right? I spilled the tea. Like, let me just dump out my coffee. Just kidding. This is my new Valentine's Day mug. Isn't it so cute? I have two. I got the Charlie Brown one and then I got this one. Um, but yeah, I guess like what I'm wondering is like how are you guys doing on books? I know that people read at totally different speeds. I'm reading three books right now and I'm like, whoa, this is a lot because I have a workbook club. I have our Once Upon a Year Village read, and then I have this one. So yeah, you do need to submit. That's fine. You can it won't turn off because people could like come back to this and do it after it's over, etc. So I'll never turn off the form. Like it'll unless like Google shuts it down, it will always be there. So um but yeah, so I've successfully read one book though so far this month. And that's like what I try to like tell people is that you don't have to like kill yourself to like read books. If you read fast and you do that, that's totally fine. But like I really want people to just like enjoy what they're doing. I noticed towards the end of last year that in terms of my focus with books that it was getting a lot harder. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's just like all the life stuff going on. I am still like heavily grieving the loss of my dog, which happened back in August. So I've noticed that when it's like really heavy hitting content that I'm reading, it takes me a little bit longer to like finish it. But I'm still feeling good. I'm still feeling motivated. I did set quite a lofty goal to hit this year. So I'm like, oh, how are we gonna do that? I want to try to read 80 books. If I do it, cool. If I don't, I'll be like, whatever. I'll probably honestly just change my goal and like cheat and be like, yeah, I read 70 books. That was my original goal. What are you guys talking about? It wasn't my original goal. What? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so you're about to finish your second book this month? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so I should be I'm hoping that I can finish The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. On audiobook, this is only 10 hours, which I'm like, how is it only 10 hours? But I'm looking at it and like the font is pretty big. The margins are really big on this one as well. So I don't know if like that's why. Hi, Charlotte. What do you need? I might have to go get her food because she's like pretty whiny right now. She already ate breakfast. She's on a diet though, guys, okay? She stares at me like, bitch, you should be on a diet too. Sorry, I just cussed. I try not to cuss, but yeah. Read 82 last year. Yeah. So I changed mine because I beat it last year. Um, and I do want to like I wanted to like try to keep the momentum up. I don't know if it's gonna happen. If it does though, I'm okay with that. Deb has 3 more books on her TBR for January. Yeah, I like have a January TBR, but a lot of them are like fluid. So, yeah. A lot of the yearly challenges I do them fluidly. So like that's why I'm so like, if you read the prompts in the right month, great. If you don't, it's okay because personally like they help shape my TBR, but like I do a couple of other yearly book challenges where it's like read a specific book during a month. And with those, I'll be like, well, if I read it in February, it's fine. But then if I read February's book in January, like, what does it matter? So, goal is to read 100 books. It's been your goal every year since 2018. How many years have you hit that? Not that it necessarily matters. I'm not going to shame you or anything, but have you hit it every year? If so, like, ooh, kudos. Kudos. Yeah, I don't know, like I'm even just thinking about like YouTube and stuff. Like I came on, I really wanted to post more videos on YouTube and this and that. I'm not like a big YouTuber to be honest. I like live streaming, but not actually making videos. I really despise them to be honest. So I'm like, I haven't really done what I said I was gonna do. That's okay. We'll get there eventually. So hello, Charlotte. Are you saying I don't know if you guys can hear her when she like groans and stuff, but every year except for one. That's amazing. You should be really happy. That's awesome. All right. Well, that noise is our lovely timer, which means that we have to get back to work. I don't know if you can hear the noise, but it's going off in my headset. So we have to get back to work, back to focus, back to productivity. It was so great chatting with you guys in this little break. I hope you find some good productive motivation, whether you're reading, knocking out a task list for the day, cleaning, whatever. And I will see you guys back in 45 minutes. Okay. All right, cool. I was muted. I totally forgot to turn the tunes back up for you guys. Whoops. Sorry. But yes, I was jamming to my jazz lo-fi beats. I always do that. Like I headbang as I'm knocking stuff out. I don't know why I do it. Okay. Anyways, I scheduled the Instagram post for the live streams. I am in the process of creating my answer keys for our bridal shower games, and I haven't been to a bridal shower in a while. And my aunts are planning it, and they're like, I don't want to like, I'm not like a bridezilla or anything, but like they kind of play like lame old school games normally with this stuff, and I'm just like, no, like I don't want to do that. Like I want to play games that, you know, like I would enjoy, like at someone who's like my age or like younger. And I love like word games. So I offered to like make all the games for my bridal shower. And I'm like sitting here like reading the answers, and I'm like, some of these are really hard. Like I don't think I would get these right. And I'm like, oh well, too late now, ladies. So but yeah, so that's what I'm working on. So I think I'm on number 3 of that. I think that's what I had left, where like I'm on the 3rd one. Yeah. Which is, am I on the 3rd one? No, I'm on the 2nd one. I'm jokes. Which our 3rd game is called Wedding Categories. We just did this with one of my cousins for her baby shower, and it was like the cutest thing. So let me know in chat if you know what categories is or not. It's kind of hard to explain it if you don't, but categories is like you have these different lists with these different questions on them, and then you roll this giant die that has letters of the alphabet. And then when it hits letters, so let's say it lands on G, then like every question on this list, it has to start with a G. And if you do like good grief, like let's say it's a common saying and the letter's G, and you say good grief, that could count as 2 points. Okay. So that's like the basic, like quick overview of how categories work. It's one of my favorite games. I love categories. I also love categories, which is another version of categories. Anyways, so what I've done and what we did for the baby shower is we didn't like do a specific letter. It was just like write down like the first thing that comes to mind, and then you have a list and you have like things worth 1 point, 2 points, 3 points. If you said, you know, anything in this list, it's 1 point. If you said any in this list, it's 2, blah, blah, blah. And then you calculate your points. So some of the 3-point ones are like super hard. They're like super hard. So you're fine, Missy. And I'm just like, all right, whatever. And then I also have a game like, and it's who knows the couple best, and it asks questions about us, and like I feel like everybody's gonna fail it because like they don't know anything about us. So I'm like, do people know this about me? Probably not, but it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. Like, it's definitely things that I've mentioned to people, so, like, they should know, but it's one of those things where it's like, would I remember that about someone? Probably not, but it's fine. So, anyways. So, yeah, so that's what I'm working on right now. I do have to print and cut all of these out this week. I have to do that. Fun facts also, I am watching my sister's little kitten. I say she's little. She's not. She's the longest kitten I've ever seen. Her name is Caroline, though. And we don't do Sweet Caroline. You know, we don't say like Sweet Caroline. We don't do that. Hey, Secret Spheres. We don't do that. No, we do the oh, who is it? The Outcast Caroline song where it's like Caroline, Caroline. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know the words. Dun, 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 she's mighty fine, mighty fine. That's the song that we sing to her. Because she's a baddie. But I'm gonna have Caroline and then her other cat Fred, who we call the Void because he's all black. We're gonna have them this week, and we're cat sitting for her. And we have Mama, obviously. You guys have probably seen Mama in and out. She doesn't love other cats, so she's probably gonna hide most of the time. But I feel like Caroline might be a terror. I have no idea. We'll see what happens. It's like I have to get the house ready for that today. Today is gonna have to be a productive day. That's all I'll say. Because I'm like, okay, I gotta put the sharp things away that she can't get. I gotta put this away. I gotta clean off the counter because she gets into everything, like knocks plants off. I have this is the first year I was able to keep houseplants alive. Um, and they were what I do is I water up, and this is the I won't remember. I know, right? Yeah. Like if you know Outcast, you know that song. But anyways, so I've never been able to keep houseplants live. And then I saw someone, I think on Instagram, and they said to try the watering up method. So what you do is you basically like I do it like in my sink, and I just take my pot, I fill my sink up, I like plug it up, take my put the water on, and then I just take my plants in their pots and I set them in the same, they all have holes, which plants should for drainage, especially indoor and out. I mean, okay, just no. All plants should have a drainage hole, okay? So, so I put them in there and then basically they suck up as much water as they need. So what happens is you don't overwater them, which I'm notorious. Like that's why I was killing all my plants. So what I do is I water them up every like couple weeks. I let them get like bone dry where they look like if someone else came in, they'd probably be like, your plants are dead. And I'm like, no, they're not. They just need to be watered right now. So then I do it. So, okay. So I have been able to keep my plants alive. My spider plant is insane. I had to cut its babies off because there were too many and they were so long. But so now I have this little kitten coming to stay with me. And I'm like, where am I going to put all my plants? Because she's going to get into all of that. We're going to have to put them in the basement or in the garage or something so she can't like get them and either push them over and spill them or try to eat them. And then I don't know what would happen because she gets into everything. So I have to figure all of this out like today. So you did 8 loads a lot. Oh, girl or guy or whatever your pronouns are. I feel that. I hate doing laundry. Dominic knows I hate doing laundry. He carries them up and down the stairs for me because of my knees, but sometimes I have to do it and I still hate doing it. I need to put my clothes away. So, because we have more laundry to do. Laundry is never ending in this household. I'll just say that. So, but yeah, so anyways, so we have the little kitties coming to stay. So we got some Chewy boxes for that. I mean, in addition to all the other boxes in my house right now, wedding decorations, wedding gifts. Now I also have these 2 giant Chewy boxes and I have to make space for a second litter box, which we'll probably do in our spare bedroom. But like, there's a lot, guys. There is so much. My little list of 10 tasks that I have right here, I probably have 100 things I gotta do. It's fine. My sister's gonna have to sleep on the couch. I failed to mention that to her. Just for like when she comes down first and then when she comes back in before she leaves. Like she's gonna have to sleep on the couch because our entire spare bed covered. It's covered in wedding decorations. So yeah, secret, pretty much yeah, pretty much. Pretty much like baby kitten proofing our house. And the biggest thing is that like Fred is a pretty good cat. Mama's a pretty good cat. So like we don't really have like I would say Mama is honestly probably even better than Fred. She just like does her own thing. Like she has her little scratch box. She likes to look out the window. Sometimes she likes to go outside. She doesn't really like play a ton, but when she does, she like entertains herself. Like sometimes we'll get the laser out, but she'll do it for like 5 minutes and she's like, I'm done. So like she is so easygoing. She never has tried to get my plants. The only thing Mama has ever done that's been bad is she has stolen my food once because it was chicken, and she's obsessed with chicken. She has like some way that she knows that you have chicken. I could be eating pizza and she wouldn't care at all. But if there's chicken on that pizza, or if I'm eating a chicken sandwich, or if I'm eating buffalo chicken dip, here comes Mama. Boop, 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 boop. Walking on out. Like, where's my chicken? Where's my chicken? She loves chicken. So, yeah. Oh, secret. That's terrible. So 2 years in a row, I started the years off with having COVID. 2 years. 2 years in a row. I started off the year with COVID. Like, got sick, I think, on Christmas Eve or, like, a few days after, and it was terrible. It was terrible. Um, so now I'm like, sorry, my stream elements is going a bit crazy. But now I'm like, when I travel into work or anything like that, like I make sure that I wear my mask and everything on the planes since it's recycled air. And also, like, I feel like since COVID, I'm just like more aware of when people are being really gross out in public. Has that happened to anybody else? Like, I normally don't care. Like, I bite my nails, I'll blow my nose if I need to. If I'm coughing, like, I'll cough. But what I've become more aware of is when people are just like really gross, sneezing without covering their nose, coughing without covering their mouth, like just letting it all out. What are we doing, guys? Yeah. 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 The first time, so I actually think I had it when it first happened. I was in Costa Rica and I got super sick. Like, was sitting in the airport because I used to travel a lot for my old job. Was sitting in the airport and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna get stuck here because they were talking about shutting down international flights. I was like, I'm gonna get stuck in Costa Rica. Like, I was literally watching the news, dying. I had people coming up to me asking me if I was okay that I did not know. That's how sick I was. And I was dying. And I'm like sitting there. I'm like, I'm gonna get stuck here. I'm gonna get stuck here. It's gonna happen. So I came home. I went to the doctor and I was like, so like I was just in Costa Rica. So like flying internationally, flying through the airports. What's like the, the chance that I have COVID? Oh no, you don't have that. It's not really here. It's not really impacting us that bad. Less than a month, the whole world was shut down. So I'm pretty sure that I had it. It's the sickest I've ever been, and it lasted forever. So I had that. That was February of 2020. Then obviously later that year, I definitely got it. And it's just the amount of time that it takes to recover that I have issues with. The last 2 times that I had it, and then I got it again when I first started working this job. I had to travel to Chicago, forgot my mask. They didn't have any available to give me. Like, it's whatever. So it was my own fault, but I got sick. So the next 2 times after that first time that I got sick, my biggest issue, I mean, the cough obviously was bad. My throat felt raw. Like, I was sore from coughing. Okay. The worst part was both times my ears were killing me. Like my inner ears were so bad. I couldn't sleep and I couldn't get comfortable because it was like radiating down my necks, like down both sides of my neck. And it was like, no. And I went to one urgent care and they were like, yeah, you tested positive for COVID. Nothing we can do. Sorry. And like sent me on my way. And I was like, what? Okay. So then like I didn't sleep for like 3 days straight, basically. And I was getting worse. So I called my regular doctor and they're like, well, why didn't they give you anything? And I'm like, I don't know, because they suck at their job. Like, how is that my fault? Do you want me to come in to see you so that you can diagnose me with COVID too? Well, no, if you test it, it became this whole issue. I'm like, never again. This urgent care should be shut down. And then the next time I had it, I self-tested at home, I think, and they just called me in a prescription and it was fine. So, but yeah, it's wild. It's wild to me. So, so now I'm just a little bit more cautious. Like, I carry, because I bite my nails and stuff, I carry hand spray on me, like, the cool little cute one that's like this shape, like this rounded square. I carry that on me now. And I just like, I'm not like anal about it, but I just try to remind myself, hey, make sure you use that. Hey, it's right there. Make sure you use it. So I keep it like so it's not out of sight, out of mind. I keep it like in my pocket. So yeah. Yeah, so I did that twice, Misty. End of the year, start of the year. So, okay. All right, enough talk about COVID and sad things. I hope everybody's healthy. We're gonna go ahead and get started. I will remember to turn the music back up. Dominic just got home, so I'm gonna go say hi to him and use the restroom. And then, yeah, but happy focus, happy productivity time. This will be our last sprint, so make it a good one. Alrighty, everyone. How what's up? How did we do? How did we do? That was our last one. So were we productive? I see, Misty, that you finished your book. I know we had a few people drop off, just either they were starting to feel a little sleepy, which happens, or they obviously have things to do, which is totally fine. You don't have to stay the whole time. That's fine. But yeah, how did you guys do? I am printing off all the games right now, so I will have to cut them later today. But I did print them out, or I am in the process of printing them out. I also finished the answer key and printed that out because I'll have to give it to my aunts. And then I also finished my meal log design, which is, so what that is it's just a page that I need to insert into my daily planner or into my digital planner. So I did that. And I think what I'm probably going to go do right now after we hop off, because obviously, even though my sprints are ending, my day is still continuing. So I need to like set things up for the day as well. So I think some of the things that I will end up working on right now is getting those pages added to my digital planner and kind of planning my week. I want to go ahead and make sure I set some time aside to do that this week. During that time, we're probably gonna watch Landman. We like that show, so we'll probably end up watching that because new episode will be out. I'm also thinking that I will probably end up cutting these today, and then I'm also thinking I'll take my book stack image for special editions for one of the side stories for Once Upon a Year. So okay, so Missy, she finished her book and started a load of laundry. That's really good. That's awesome. Novel Nomad hit a good part in Priory. That's good. Have there been other good parts? Because you said you're like last time you said you're about 70% of the way through. So I'm hoping there are other good parts before that one. Secret Spheres, aka Allison, she just reached 70% in Emily Wild Book 1. Nice. Hope you love it. I love that book. It was hard for me to get into it. I was having a lot of pronunciation issues, so I listened to it partially on audiobook, and then I flipped, like once I kind of learned the names, then I flipped to reading it with my eyeballs. So Mashu finished the laundry. She had dinner and put the two youngest to bed and read them their stories. So cute. I love that. I love that so much. Well, I hope that you guys have a good rest of your day. It does sound like we were really successful today, which I love seeing and hearing. As I said, be on the lookout tomorrow if you're doing the Once Upon a Year readathon. Be on the lookout. There's a new post dropping at 10 a.m. EST. Sorry, I don't know other time zones, so just if you throw it into Google, it'll convert for you. Right amount of row. Okay, nice, good. But yeah, so otherwise just be on the lookout for that post tomorrow. And then obviously if you have any questions, you can ask in the Discord. But otherwise, I look forward to seeing you guys on Tuesday. And I hope, as I said, I hope that the rest of your day is going to go super, super well, and be super productive. And yes, that's always an option. Sacred Spheres, Allison, she said that she's going to restart the live stream to finish this book. LOL, that's totally fine. You could restart this live stream. I will give you could watch my live stream from Thursday, and I was literally sobbing at the end if you want. That's totally up to you. But yeah, we have different live streams with different number of sessions, as well as like different setups for sprinting time and then break time. So find what works for you. They're all in a playlist, so you can find them all on my channel on a playlist for live sprints. So bye everyone. I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy reading, happy productivity, and I'll see you soon. Bye.